time, and the media said, too bad. Lamar has to be Superman. Lamar has to do it himself. Lamar does not need a number one. Lamar needs to make a number one. That's what they were yelling back to Ravens fans and Baltimore. They kept saying, yo, no passes for you. He needs to be great, and that's that.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
All right.
What is going on, Ravens flock? My name is Drastic, and I want to welcome you guys back to another video on our YouTube channel, Flocking Ravens. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about the media giving Justin Herbert every single pass in the book.
In Peyton's this equivalent season that Herbert's in, he lost 41-0 in the wild card game. Next year, he made it all the way to the AFC Championship game. So Justin Herbert is really not behind pace.
Graphic man has come through.
That is a graphic right there. Like I haven't sold a single share of Justin Herbert stock.
Look, if you've been watching ESPN, Fox Sports, The Facility, The Herd, any of those shows, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because I want to take you guys back to week 1, week 2, week 3, where the Ravens got off to a horrible start. We were losing by a toe. We were losing because our defense and our offense. Because in week 1, we did not have the same offense that you see today. We may have had the same players, but we definitely did not have the same offense that you see today, because the Ravens did not have any sort of idea how to use Derrick Henry like they do today, right? The Ravens did not have, we're not that number one scoring team in the NFL, not even close to it. And our defense, believe it or not, was 10, maybe 20 times worse than what you see today. And there was just no way, no how the Ravens can come out with a victory in week 1, week 2. There was just no way. The media did not hold back to get on their shows the very next morning and bring up topics like, is Lamar Jackson living up to his contract? Is Lamar Jackson worth the $250 plus mil that the Ravens paid him? Should the Ravens have waited a little longer before they paid Lamar Jackson? All of those type of questions were being asked every single day after the Ravens took an L week to week, right? And I didn't think that was fair, because for one, it's the beginning of the season. There is a long way to go, and they're already talking about Lamar Jackson is looking horrible, and this is how he's going to look all year long. Chill out. It was week 1, week 2, give him time. And right after they would give that negative criticism, they would follow it up with Justin Herbert is showing you why he deserved his money, why he's a better quarterback. He is just doing wonderful things. Like they were talking about Justin Herbert, like trying to praise him. Same with Josh Allen. He's not throwing any picks, this and that in the third. He deserved this money. Lamar Jackson doesn't, and all of that, right? So I was really looking forward to the matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. So that, because they said they're going to show you why Josh Allen deserves his money more than Lamar Jackson. Then they said, Justin Herbert is going to show you why the Chargers made the right decision in paying a quarterback, a passing quarterback, rather than the Ravens, a mobile quarterback, right? The Ravens came out with a win. It was thanks to, yes, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and everybody in company, right? But at the end of the day, where is the energy y'all had in week 1, week 2 when the man was down? Now that he's up, no one wants to talk about Lamar Jackson is clearly playing lights out and this and that in the third. They want to get up on their shows and bring excuses for Justin Herbert. They're saying, this guy doesn't have enough weapons. The front office is failing Justin Herbert. I can't believe my ears, bro. Because these are the things that Ravens fans were yelling in 2019, 2020, 2021. We were yelling this the whole entire time. And the media said, too bad. Lamar has to be Superman. Lamar has to do it himself. Lamar does not need a number one. Lamar needs to make a number one. That's what they were yelling back to Ravens fans and Baltimore. They kept saying, No passes for you. He needs to be great, and that's that.
Cause if you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
All right,
So now with Justin Herbert, you're getting a lot of people, and I'm very, very disappointed in the facility, because even that show, they're normally they're not as biased as other shows, right? So I prefer to listen to this show a little bit more than other shows. But in this topic specifically, Ravens versus the Chargers, I didn't like the response that I heard, because they were saying how Justin Herbert needs a number one, a true number one, because all these players are dropping the balls. They're not consistent. You don't have a player that could literally go for that 50-50 ball like Rashad Bateman. Look, Rashad Bateman is developing into a great player, right? He is. But he hasn't been consistent enough to say, yo, we could throw a 50-50 ball to him every single time and feel okay with that decision. Not yet, but he's working his way to that, right? But Lamar Jackson hasn't had a player where a made player, like a number one wide receiver, proven wide receiver here. He's proven, have it, go at it, throw the 50-50. He hasn't had that. He hasn't had what Josh Allen had. What even Herbert, let's be honest, even Herbert had that. We always get the bottom of the barrel every single time. And now they're trying to say, oh, he lost because he doesn't have enough. No, you have to prove it. Because had the Chargers won, I promise you the media would have took this conversation a whole nother direction. Like, they would have been talking about Justin Herbert put the team on his back and he took the Chargers to victory. All of these things, right? But now that they lost, they're making excuses for him. And I think that is bullshit. Because you have to give Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, the same energy you give Lamar Jackson. Because I don't want to hear the whole, but he's an MVP, 2-time MVP. I don't want to hear that. Because you guys are always putting these guys next to Lamar Jackson when it comes to MVP race, right? You guys are always saying, no. Josh Allen is the clear MVP. Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. But the moment they lose, instead of just saying, yo, maybe Lamar Jackson is just a pure better quarterback than such and such, y'all want to say, nah, front office, failed Justin Herbert. The coaching staff failed such and such. No one talks about how John Harbaugh is the reason why the Ravens keep losing games. Like,
You can't keep getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it.
he won't. Week 1 should not have gone down the way it did, because there was no reason why all training camp you could not figure out how to use Derrick Henry. There is no reason why that happened. And week 2, the same exact thing. Like, at some point, the media has to be fair to not only the Ravens, but to Lamar Jackson. Specifically to Lamar Jackson, because every single year is the same thing. Because they always put the blame on Lamar Jackson when everything falls apart. And when they win a game, they want to give all the praise to John Harbaugh. And I don't think that's fair. Because y'all got to start holding John Harbaugh accountable just as much as you guys love to hold Lamar Jackson accountable. Because how is it that you guys, like for Aaron Rodgers, right? You guys are so quick to say, oh, it's the coaching tree. Joe Burrow, oh, it's Zach Taylor. But you guys never do the same for Lamar Jackson. Yo, John Harbaugh is holding Lamar Jackson from winning a Super Bowl, beating the Steelers, beating the Chiefs. He's the reason why we have not got over that hump. It's John Harbaugh. The front office. Why are you guys not holding the front office accountable? Eric DeCosta needs to step in. Put his feelings aside. I don't care what your relationship is with John Harbaugh. Bro, put the team first. John Harbaugh should have been gone. But he's still here. Same with Greg Roman. John Harbaugh wanted Greg Roman here. EDC should have stepped in and said, I don't care what you want. This is not the answer. He needs to get out of here. And he didn't do that. So the media fails to do those simple things, but they'll do it for Josh Allen. They'll do it for Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, because they're already doing it for Joe Burrow. They're like, should Zach Taylor be fired? Yo, where was this energy in 2020? After the playoffs, everything went on Lamar Jackson, and not a single bit of blame went to John Harbaugh. I think that's BS. I think that's BS. Yo, Flock, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys agree with me or not. Like, I can't believe that I'm not hearing these topics. Like, no one is literally talking about is Justin Herbert living up to his contract. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody is putting nothing but excuses for Justin Herbert. And I can't believe with Joe Burrow. They said Joe Burrow does not need a number one wide receiver. He makes number one wide receivers. And now they're saying, no, it's Zach Taylor. Fire Zach Taylor. It's crazy. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. At the end of your comment, make sure you leave #FlockGang. And at the end of your comment, leave #FlockGang. I said it twice. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this channel with anybody that you know that's a fan of the Ravens Flock. And with that, I'm going to see y'all in the next video.